guys, welcome to the fourth installment of the Dad Music Podcast. This is Jay. He is really cool. He's the best dad ever. He runs scoreboard and a lot of other stuff.
And the guy to my right is Quinn. He is a gamer, and he likes videos, and he likes being a goofball. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Quinn, are you going to have a lot of fun today?
Yeah!
All right, I'm going to have a lot of fun because our guests are a lot of fun. That's right, I said guests. We have two guests with an S.
Double trouble.
It is a double interview with Chris Bernstorf and his wife, Amanda. He is a poet, she is a singer, and we're going to have a blast.
I like music.
So we're going to kick this off with a poem by Mr. Chris Bernstorf entitled Imago Dei and the Blood.
Yeah.
And we're going to edit it in right here. Click.
Like Wolverine and Bach bumping into each other the day after Betsy Ross's Flag Day party, both perusing the potato chip aisle and attempting to make conversation. Wolverine fumbling over the word sonata. Bach asking something ridiculous about the ratio of claw length to sharpness. My dad and I finally opt for the immediate. The pros and cons of kettle cooked and baked. We reminisce about football, rehashing the same stories, how I laid out the return man in the state game, how Kareem ran with the desperation no one's seen since. We argue the merits of single-wing hybrid systems on the NFL level, and I champion RG3 and Tebow, even though neither of us has watched a single game all season. We buy a hint of lime Tostitos and Newman's Own queso because that's what we've been eating for weeks now, and we figure, why change? We know what we like. I don't tell him of the existential wanderings the Kiwi display's multicolored tiles induce in me because he wouldn't understand and I can't really explain them, and existential wanderings don't always make good polite conversation anyway. But staring at those rainbow cubes, I remain convinced. If Pablo Picasso somehow fell madly in love with Helen Keller and painted her darkness, he would tell her, knowing she could not fully understand, and she would thank him, knowing the same. But the pause after her thank you, her fingers the tips of a willow branch frozen mid-kiss upon the pond of his palm, would bear the titanic weight of their love, and then they would talk of the rain and sip lemonade, and while away the hours saying everything in their common tongues, apples and Bermuda grass and Christmas, the feeling of polished oak upon bare feet. Circumnavigating the globe of that inexpressible moment until they'd soaked so long in its seas they both became convinced they'd carry its salt forever. I say nothing of this because it won't translate. Instead, I talk of Captain America and the new Clooney movie, and my dad, the history teacher, enlightens me on the nights before Normandy, the drinking and the whispers and the wide eyes of men curled in the pregnant belly of history, their heart rates increasing with every contraction. He tells me Patton's shoe size, his favorite sandwich and favorite song, and we overhear women fawning over Ryan Gosling and Joaquin Phoenix while picking through leaks. Their conversation leapfrogs to their book club and Elie Wiesel's Night, a favorite of my dad's. But I keep silent, the image of Wiesel locked in a hotel room with Hitler for all eternity. My imagining of them, years into their stay, long after the anger subsided and forgiveness bloomed around the talk of their mothers, watching pay-per-view and commiserating on the difficulties of capturing rhododendrons with watercolors. Such a thought disturbs the black and white TV drama-loving corners of my mind and would certainly upset my dad, and so I keep silent still. And my dad asks me again about that Neruda book I'm reading, so I become Gene Kelly trying to teach the Hulk to tap dance, explaining similes several times as we sift through peaches and pears, but the smashed-in floorboards and broken ballet mirrors are worth it, for the minutes while away with him and make me see all the times the roles were reversed. We hunt for canned yams and fresh squash, and I can't help but wonder what Jesus ate, what he drank, how he and the disciples passed the hours of walking. Can't help but wonder what he talked about with all those prostitutes and tax collectors and lepers. Can't help but thinking some of it must have been beer or baseball, discussions of Milwaukee microbrews or the Mets, or how nothing's been the same since the steroids. At some point, the conversation must have shifted to Katie Couric, or How I Met Your Mother, or That's So Raven, perhaps even to Syria, or Iraq, or sidewalk chalk, or the importance of the DDT to the professional wrestling canon. I can see him laughing about poop and spit up with harlots, because that's what young moms inevitably talk about if put together long enough. I asked my dad about his day, about testing requirements I won't remember and handouts I have never seen. We end up discussing 409 and how well it cleans his students' desks, so we buy some. And he cracks another joke about a dog and a petting zoo and a priest, one I've never thought was funny, but don't ever want him to stop telling. And it becomes apparent that so much of love is transoceanic travel, catching the trade winds of potato chips and superheroes and sailing the seas of football and Schwarzenegger remakes and Harry Potter fan fiction and Godfather impersonations, riding highways of Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift and bed linen thread counts and Moroccan cuisine, that so much of love is endless circumnavigation over the earth we can't begin to speak. It's Wolverine and Bach laughing over bags of barbecue Lay's and sour cream and onion ruffles. It's Pablo and Helen holding hands in silence on a front porch in the Mississippi sun. Ellie and Hitler watching reruns of That 70s Show and contrived romantic comedies. And U2 and Marilyn Manson stuck in an elevator together, gear talking until the fire department finally gets them out. It's the fact that Muhammad, Glenn Beck, Anderson Cooper, CeeLo Green, and Miyazaki all have the same number of chromosomes, and a man's iris and fingernails have the same DNA. It's easy to forget, to succumb to the tragedy of cell phones and newspapers and thumb twiddling and ceiling tile examining, the red and blue maps and our first glances, the lies of distance and awkwardness, to mothball our ships next to fearmongers and Pharisees and build sandcastles on our own private beaches, when in fact we were meant to keep sailing. And even to leave the ships altogether, to swim and to sink, to dive deep down and eventually find the bottom, the real solid ground, the ground that holds all of us and all of our seas and all our Toyotas and our space shuttles and our slums, our sidewalks and our secrets, our advertising and our carpets and our carrots and our McDonald's and our dreams and our number 2 pencils and our protoplasm and all of our museums of modern statuary, our diamonds and our quarters, our bricks and our steering wheels, the base of the earth, the land beneath that connects everything to everything, pole to pole, continent to continent, DC to Damascus, Hong Kong to Helsinki, iris to fingernail to iris to kidney to fingernail, the skin that the earth's core wears like a glove, like a bone bears flesh.
Welcome, guys, to the Dad Music Podcast. We're happy to have you. It's a 2-for-1 special today. We got Chris and Amanda Bernstorf. Chris, we exchanged some words at Audio Feed here and there this past year, and honestly, you were everywhere at that festival. Everywhere from, you did your own spoken word set, you did the karaoke, where there was a nice visual of you on top of a pallet riding on top of some teenagers. There was the mixed drink bar. Was it pina coladas? What was, I forget.
We did cinnamon limeade, mint lemonade, and a ginger hibiscus sweet tea for Tuned Up's Tropical Lounge.
Tropical Lounge.
Yeah.
And obviously they were all non-alcoholic because of Audio Feed and fun stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get a chance to talk to Amanda at all. How are you guys both doing?
Good. Yeah. I just
Awesome.
got out of work.
Yeah.
I cooked some dinner.
Awesome. We have yet to do that. We both shoved some pretzels in our mouth, and we're happy to get all of our lighting and stuff set up just for you guys. So this is awesome.
Yeah,
How was the birthday?
I'm noticing that my hair is
We need the makeup and hair people.
Yeah. Occupational hazards.
Same, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get right on that.
So, we're gonna film this later, but we we just played the track Imago Deal in the Blood.
Imago Dei. It's Latin, I think.
Imago Day. Okay, we've just played Imago Day in the Blood. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah. I wrote that poem about my dad. As I got older, kind of like towards the end of high school, I got really into punk music, and in college I got really into DIY stuff, and I started trying to take my faith a lot more seriously, and doing that, I don't know, just kind of led me to a lot of different conclusions than my dad. Like, he's a Christian too, but kind of in my early 20s, like my dad didn't really get me anymore, which feels like a very cliched thing to say. But yeah, I was a sports guy and my dad's a sports guy, but as soon as I got interested in music and other stuff, he was just like really confused with how to interact with me, I think. And I was angry about that for a while because I was a real jerk. I have a history of being a real jerk, and then God will be really kind to me and show me and help me be nicer. Yeah, I was just thinking about my dad, and I realized kind of like he would always kind of bring up the same like high school sports, like memories from 10 years ago, as he didn't know how to talk to me about the stuff I liked now. And I realized though that it wasn't him not getting me or trying to make me something different. It was just him trying to be like, hey, I'm really confused, but I really love you and I care about you. So I don't know, it was just, yeah, I was really reflecting on that and how like, I think when you start being like an intentional Christian, you like care about people's hearts, and you don't want to say, how are you, and hear good, like you want to hear the truth. And like, I think that's really good. But I realized like sometimes people making small talk or just talking about pop culture or pointless things is actually them trying to just say like, hey, I love you. I don't know how to relate to you, but I really want to try. And I thought that was really beautiful. So I wrote that poem about it.
Right.
That was a lot of words.
So I really had to fight with myself just because of the length of that one on whether or not that was going to be the track that we used for you today.
Yeah.
But I thought that it fits so perfectly with kind of the idea of the Dad Music Podcast. You know, this is something that he and I have done to try to further relate to each other and find something that can be ours, as opposed to, you know, I like metal music and all sorts of stuff. He likes video games and YouTube, and we tried to put the two things together just to find some common ground. And I felt like that was kind of the sense I was getting with this track. I liked the imagery of Wolverine and Bach, and then the Picasso and Helen Keller, like people on opposite ends of the spectrum that really wouldn't understand each other, but trying to find some common ground. Is that kind of where you were going? And
100%, you nailed it. I'm so glad too. I get nervous sometimes that it won't make any sense to anybody.
Man, it was. I heard it a couple times and I'm like, okay, this is like as pop culture heavy as you could get. And then the more times I listened to it, like I messaged you a couple days ago, like, it's so long. The other one's like half as long. The other one that you chose, Move. But I'm like, this other one fits so perfectly with what we're doing and what we want to do and the common ground that we're trying to find. So it's perfect. And like I said, I fought myself on getting it in here, and I'm like, you know, it has to be. So
I'm so glad.
I definitely appreciate that. You did an awesome job with that one, bud.
Oh, praise God. Thanks. That's so good to hear.
He's gonna get his notes out here. So generally, the way this works, while he's getting his phone to turn back on, we attempt to have an outline of what's gonna happen. But one of the fun things about having an 11-year-old as a co-host and encouraging people to bring kids and all sorts of stuff, you never know what's going to happen. There's been times where he's pulled out magic tricks and random potty breaks and things like that. And as the dad driving the car, like, sometimes you just got to pull over and say, all right. But
I love it.
this is kind of where we go. We have kind of a general outline, but whatever bunny trails we decide to go on, whether it be karaoke based or other things in general, yeah, that's where we're gonna go. And
Awesome.
We'll let the length of the meeting be whatever the length of the meeting is. I don't pay for pro Zoom at all, but if we run out of time, I will start another meeting and we can keep going.
Awesome.
So,
Okay. So, how do two hyper creative people team up to make the
Bernstorf.
The person.
He's terrible with names.
That's all right.
As we
Me
have
too.
found out in previous episodes.
How did this part of your character arc begin?
So how do you guys come together and become the Avengers of creativity, or whatever it is you guys are?
I hope so.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that we were that way separately before I knew Chris, because you've been doing this way longer than I have, or at least your creative side. I think that one of the first things that I feel like we did together before we even started like dating was your 152 video.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel like when Chris and I get in the room together, we very much feed off of each other, and
Okay.
it can be chaos, I think, but in like a really good way, But kind of like a detective putting up the red string on the wall, and then we're
Yeah.
like, "This is amazing, let's do it!" Yeah.
So it just spider webs out from one central idea. You turn into like 10 or 12 different projects.
Yeah. And I personally think I've always been pretty like unhinged, but I think it's funny like being with a person that like lets you do that, because a lot of the friends that I was around was like, "That's crazy, you shouldn't do that," and I was like, okay. And I feel like Chris is just like, yes, and he like adds on it.
Yeah. Just immediately Googling how do we get a plane ticket there, or how do we learn to build this. Like,
Nice.
yeah.
Very, very impulsive, I guess.
Yeah.
If that's the word you want to put on it.
Yeah. And we just love we love the like yes and energy of like improv. I've never done improv, but yeah, both of us are like, okay, that's cool, and what if also we do this? And we try to trust God and explore stuff instead of just being like, nah, we could never do it, because we've been really blessed to be surrounded by a ton of just like crazy talented people and like risk taker people who are like, yeah, let's figure out how to do insert any crazy thing, a trip or make a movie. Or our friend Josh Mozog, one time he's like a big prankster, and he drove around and collected Christmas trees and filled his friend's house with 9 full-grown Christmas trees. And like he gift wrapped every appliance in his friend's house, including like the like spices and stuff, and made it all functional, but like gift wrapped the whole house. So we're around a lot of wild people, and they
Nice.
We have similar energy.
yeah.
So here's one of those bunny trails I was talking about. So I'm currently writing a book. I haven't told many people that, but apparently now it's going to be online. And a lot of it's going to be just stories of the craziness that's happened in my life, I guess. One of those happens to be my first roommate when I moved out was my best friend Curtis. And at one point he was working at McDonald's and cleaning out one of their shed, and he found a bunch of the like ball pit balls and filled our entire bathroom with them. And I came home from work and opened the door. They went everywhere. They were in our
Awesome.
shower. I just ended up showering right there on top of them because I wasn't going to clean them up. We ended up putting them in the back of a truck and driving around town while people were flying back and forth in the back of this truck, going through different drive-thrus. And at one point, we opened the tailgate and then just peeled out and just left them there. I know that's not the most eco-friendly thing, but my kid has a Team Tree shirt on, so we're eco-friendly, I guess.
Yeah.
But other than that, you guys seem like you're some of the most creative people we've had on here. Case in point, Exhibit 1. I have this thing. And this is one of the coolest, like, here's what's going on in our family things I've ever seen.
Awesome.
You know, it's got everything from, like, movie review things to your drink recipes. You know, stuff about you guys going to film festivals, things like that. Quinn was just asking when the next one's coming out. Any teasers?
That's why it's somewhat quarterly, because we don't know either.
Well, you got to get the king of the hill, somewhat.
Some wood. I hope
anyway.
it's spring.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. He's like, when does the next one come out? I feel like you've had that for a while. I'm like, well, it's only somewhat quarterly, and it's cool that there's even one of them. So
we're looking forward to doing more, though.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, I would say it's not a stretch to say definitely this year.
Nice. Do you guys print this yourself? I actually work at a newspaper, like, with the press and distribution of newspapers.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And, like, we don't do anything like this, but I know how costly things like this can get.
Yeah.
That takes some dedication and a lot of creativity and a lot of, hey, this is what we're doing for our art and how we're gonna stand out. I appreciate it. I like art.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
That's so
kind. What in the world are you even doing?
They're trying to look at the shirt.
So not many people can say that they've got a jar full of teeth in their basement, but I do. I'm a big fan
not
of.
Human, I hope.
Huh?
Not human, I hope.
No. I've got a couple of his upstairs, but I've got a big appreciation for sharks, and so I have all sorts of shark jaws and teeth all over this little studio, and
Awesome.
a Lego shark and plushy sharks and all sorts of stuff.
Amazing.
But anyway, he is in his own little world right now.
I am currently looking at the patterns on a short.
Cool.
That's a noble endeavor.
Are you listening?
Yeah.
Because listening is fun.
I know I am.
Wow. But anyway, I actually saw, going back to this, bunny trail back on, I actually saw a full-size poster version of this at Nick Gundy's house. I
Awesome.
played a house show at his house about 2 months ago, and I'm like, oh, I know what that picture is. It's Chris and Amanda. So I don't know if that was like the original artwork or if you guys have the poster versions or something, but I've seen this in multiple places. You're all over Central Illinois, apparently.
Oh, very cool.
we love Nick. And yeah, our friend Taylor did the design, and then I really loved it, so I wanted to use it for the magazine and the poster.
Awesome.
Yeah. And a sticker, probably. And my whole life. I love it so
Wait,
much.
Did we do stickers?
Not yet.
No.
But we
okay.
want to.
I was like, where are those?
Creativity. Like, this is that central idea, and now we're just branching those spider webs back off.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see it live. So, Quinn, why don't you pull your notes back up
Okay.
so we know where we're going?
Yeah, it's hard to not make something and then be like, I want a sticker and a poster and a hat and just make everything
And a flag.
and a flag.
Okay.
So, influences. There we go. Let's talk about you guys' influences. I know you're both different parts of the spectrum, but let's But let's talk about your influences. Chris first.
So
Like, who's
I
on the
really
playlists?
What's that?
Like, who's on the playlists?
Ooh. So for poetry, I really like. Early on, Levi the Poet was a big influence.
Yes.
And yeah, yeah, it's got to be. And Bradley Hathaway and Listener. I really like Anis Mojgani and this guy Matthew Dickman. And for some Frank O'Hara and Pablo Neruda and Walt Whitman. And I've only read Hal, but Allen Ginsberg's like. My teacher taught him to us as a guy who just like didn't care. He just did whatever he felt like he should, and I thought that was really cool. And then I really love any loud, fast, bright, hopeful music. Yeah, so we listen to lots of music. I don't really like. Obviously, I don't do music, but I feel like the energy of things like The Chariot and all of the like. Pop punk and hardcore and shouty emo music that I like comes through.
Nice. I've got a couple of different tracks that I'm maybe looking for some spoken word on at some point. So maybe there's a thing. Here's a spider web that we can start
Down. Yeah.
So Amanda, where's your influences at? Like who's got your ear?
I do, yeah. I listen to a lot of different stuff.
Louis Armstrong, John Cage,
Sharks.
Sharks, Sharknado.
Sharks are a big influence.
And anything sharks. Jaws, yes.
Jaws.
Dennis Quaid and the Sharks. If you haven't listened to them, yes.
I haven't. I'll have to. No, I grew up watching a lot of MTV and like VH1 and stuff. I always wanted to be one of the people, like I watched like the countdowns. My mom would be very mad at me about how many times I missed school. Like I missed the bus in the morning because I was watching the countdown. You have to know who number 1 is. So
that sounds familiar.
yeah.
But if we miss the bus, we get grounded. So.
Yeah. That's I'm sure that's happened to me once or twice, but I was like, I thought it was a really good argument. I was like, you don't understand, Mom. It's really important.
Right? You didn't have rewind or anything to record it back in the day. So
I know, yeah.
You had to watch it live. It's like sitting there with a cassette player trying to record the song that comes on the radio. To show how old I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually, we play a game like in the middle of everything.
Yeah, here's a curveball, by the way.
Yeah. So we just like. So, this is gonna be like pop culture, songy trivia stuff.
So basically, we decided that you guys are pop culture fanatics, and we are going to throw a couple of questions at you, and whoever guesses the correct answer first, we're gonna play Chris against Amanda.
Okay, so basically, you just like.
Oh, I feel like
You just like. If you say like, you just say ready, and whoever says ready first, they answer it, and if they can't, then the other person goes.
Or make it easy, just shout it out.
I got a buzzer here.
You got a buzzer.
Yeah, because these are only like.
we should not do that.
Yeah, because these are only like one word each, like 1 or 2 words.
Okay.
Okay, so.
You're gonna read them?
Yeah.
Okay.
In 1982 Toto song, whose title is a continent?
Africa.
Oh my goodness, he jumped in front of her for the win. Okay, so we got Africa.
Wow,
by
you know
Toto
it's rude to interrupt
before the
children,
question was even
Chris.
asked.
Okay.
So Chris was one.
Africa.
Yeah, you keep track of the points.
You're about 30 seconds too late, Amanda.
I got it right.
Okay. Number 2. What one named pop star and former frontman of the Police got his name from a habitat of wearing yellow and black striped sweaters in his youth?
Ooh, an old person question. So,
One
former
name.
frontman of the Police got a name for wearing
I
yellow
totally know this.
and black stripes.
If you can't answer it in like a minute, then we'll just.
Which
I'll
kind
give
of would remind you of a bee, and bees do what?
Is it Buzz?
Buzz Aldrin.
That is a great answer.
Yeah, but no.
I enjoy that answer, but it's not right.
Bees do this, and you have pain.
Is it Sting?
It is Sting.
Sting.
Dang.
1-1. It's a tie
Okay,
so far.
one each. I'm just gonna
Okay.
stay right here.
Stop pushing me.
Okay. They're out of this world. The winners of MTV Video Music Award (VMA). They receive a 12-inch statuette depicting someone of what occupation?
Singer.
No.
For the
MTV Music
What is a
Awards,
Oh,
you
what is
get
the statue?
a statue of what?
Hmm.
Buzz Aldrin would be another good answer.
An apiary.
A businessman.
Astronaut.
Okay,
Astronaut.
Astronaut. I heard astronaut
Ballerina.
from a
Wait,
male
is it an
voice.
astronaut?
Yeah.
No way.
Buzz Aldrin.
Yes. Okay, that is rough. Don't do
I've
that
never
sound
looked that
again.
close.
Okay. Hey, your stuff.
My phone. No.
Oh, it's an 11-year-old co-host.
Jeopardy's melting down.
Okay. Despite only recording 3 albums as a group, you can still call them well-seasoned, with over 100 million record sales. What musical act is the best-selling girl group of all time?
Spice Girls.
Girl group.
I was just gonna say that. I was also gonna say Spice Girls. So.
Oh, he said it
Yeah.
while I was talking?
3.
Yep. Okay.
3-1.
So we're 3-1.
Don't.
Let's do another question. I think she might be out of the running at this point.
Come on,
but
Mina, come back.
We'll keep
Come back.
going.
Okay, which musical group became famous with the 1985 hit song "Take On Me"?
I wish I knew.
Take on me.
Take on me.
Take me.
I'm
on.
blanking right now.
Oh.
No, don't say
Oh,
it.
no. I know. It's cattle decapitation.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No.
But it is.
Can I phone a friend? Phone a friend.
Who's the phone a friend? Is it Quinn?
Yeah.
Quinn
pick
has
me,
the
pick
answer right in front
Phone-
of him.
phone
That would be-
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay.
Wait, get a phone.
hold on.
Get your phone out.
Pick me.
Calling Quinn.
Calling Quinn.
Hello.
Okay, what's the answer?
It's a-ha.
It's 3 letters, dude. Okay.
Yeah.
So Amanda got that one, but
Nice,
we were still 3-2
Okay.
on the
Okay.
side of. That's the last question.
Winner
it is.
take all. Give us anything. Winner take
Yo,
all.
winner is
Winner take all.
not.
Who enjoyed the movie better the other night?
Definitely me. 110%.
Yeah.
I
See,
did-
if
fell
she would have
asleep.
answered and said you, then maybe she would be tied. But
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Okay. Drum roll, please.
let's not drum on the microphones.
Uh, drum roll, please.
What do I win?
Yeah, you're the winner.
You win the Golden Air Award.
You win a Dad Music Podcast T-shirt, as long as you make a design and print a T-shirt and you have it.
As long as you pay like the $90, you get a free T-shirt.
$90 for a T-shirt? That's a steal,
Yeah.
Wow.
considering
Yeah.
it would be the only one in existence that's a Dad Music Podcast T-shirt.
Exclusive, $90. I think that's
One for
worth it.
90, two for 200.
Hey, if Jay-Z can sell a white T-shirt for like $120, who says we can't?
Yeah, you guys
That's
got
true.
it.
But anyway, now would be the time.
Oh no, we're running out of time.
Pause. Now would be the time that we will play and edit in the Visitor Pass song, White Noise,
Okay.
done by Miss Amanda. So we'll edit that in right here. And we're back, and we're going to be talking about Visitor Pass. Nice. I'm really enjoying the Visitor Pass project. I know you've only got the one single out, which we just heard. Is there anything else coming on the horizon?
Yes. Take it away, Chris.
More Visitor Pass on the way?
Yeah. My hope is to put out, hopefully, maybe a full album this year. But if not, I definitely have a few songs that are in the works, and hopefully recording next month.
Lord willing.
Hopefully, if all of our work schedules go accordingly.
Awesome.
So yeah, definitely some new stuff coming up.
Cool. Well, let us know when you get some more singles out, some more stuff, and we'll add those to our playlist as well.
Oh, for sure.
We added White Noise and basically all of Chris's stuff to our Spotify playlist. It added about 3 hours and 45 minutes or something. So I did take the live recordings down, the ones that were like 40 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Just to give some more space to some of our other artists, but we've gotten you guys a few plays.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, White Noise. What can you tell us about it, Amanda? You got
White
the floor.
Noise. So, yeah, it's the first single. Basically, I was in a band before this called Amessa for a bit, and it was really fun to be in a band with my two best friends. However, I have always wanted to do my own project for a really long time. And so when that band ended, I was like, okay, definitely gonna start my own project. And then it was like way too many years later, both due to, just whatever, time constraints and stuff, but the bigger factor was that I was just really afraid, and I didn't realize how afraid I was. And so I think that White Noise felt like I just have to get it out there kind of thing, So I was just like, I just have to put something out finally.
Right.
So
Yes, we can hear it.
yeah, so I feel like it was just about
I'm lagging. Okay.
Put it back on stand. Good grief. Okay.
That's good. Good.
good.
Action.
So
So
you
yeah,
guys do not have kids.
no.
Do you want a few? But
Well,
anyway.
we're really happy to announce on this podcast.
No, not true.
That would have been the best announcement so far. Like, forget tours and all sorts of stuff. We're birthing a human. But
New single.
Well, people are gonna think it's real, Chris. Don't say that.
It's the best.
my parents are gonna watch this. Dude. But anyway, yeah, I really like the sound of that. It's got kind of a almost like a skater punk vibe.
Yeah.
Like the older Avril Lavigne stuff. Am I way off base on that?
No, that's
I'm just
no, that's like one of the bigger influences I have is like old Avril Lavigne, old Paramore, like all this stuff. I feel like probably every girl who's my age grew up with, you know, like listening to that stuff. And you know, I was like, you know, who didn't want to be Hayley Williams, you know?
Right.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to make music like that. I just love it, and I know like Paramore specifically has taken kind of a different direction now. So I was like, we need to bring some old Paramore stuff back. So I was like, I feel like I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll be that person.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. I tried to catch it all, but it did not catch right. Okay. Stay.
It felt bad.
Okay.
What?
Quit touching things. Quit. My goodness.
Oh,
If
my drumsticks. Okay.
okay.
I got drumsticks.
Oops, the drumsticks fell.
I still have one.
So anyway. Wow. Train has derailed. So anyway, tell us what's coming up, what's on the horizon. Do you guys have tour plans, travel plans, babies planned?
No babies planned.
Chris in the back. Yes.
No, none of that. No, yeah, we don't have any tour plans this year specifically. I haven't not mentioned this yet to anyone yet, but I really want to do a short film with some of the songs that I'm hopefully gonna put out this year. So that is kind of the big project that I'm working on while we're home. So
Awesome.
yeah.
He took my drumstick.
The other drumstick fell.
Eh.
I accidentally dropped it. Quinn, chill. Hey, you gotta listen, dude. Okay.
Sorry.
So, Chris, what about you? Do you have any future aspirations? What's on the horizon?
I got a lot of aspirations. I'm finishing up a feature for someone, hopefully this week or next. It's due like early February. And it's with a German poet, so I'm very excited about that.
Oh,
I don't
cool.
actually know if I'm supposed to say that. Redacted. Trying to write a fictional podcast. I really feel like I'm supposed to do it before I like start putting more poetry stuff out. So I have this idea for it's like an atomic age thriller, like mystery, and ultimately it's about like death and finitude.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It was terrible at writing fiction in college, so hopefully it's not hot garbage, but I'm excited to try it.
Okay. So, last part. Finale. Now you tell.
Are you going through a tunnel? What are you doing? Good grief.
Tell them where to find you.
Oh.
Be serious.
So, social medias and whatnot. Where's your non-printed magazine stuff? Where can we find you besides the Dad Music Podcast playlist?
Chris Bernstorf is everywhere on Spotify, Bandcamp, YouTube.
Standing on top of teenagers at audio feed.
Yeah. Anywhere you get music, you would find Chris.
Yeah, you'll probably find me just standing next to you somewhere watching a band.
That is the creepiest, best thing that I
Yeah.
could imagine right now.
Yeah, you're just sleeping and then you just look over and it's you guys.
And I'm just like, hey, like we're staying on your floor
It's just you guys
tonight.
making some music.
And Amanda's a Visitor Pass or Visitor Pass MI on the Instagram, Facebook, Spotify. I don't know if there are any others.
Spotify,
Yeah.
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. But
I'm on
Bandcamp.
Pandora.
Oh yeah, all of our
Pandora.
Yeah.
Pandora.
I had one friend specifically request Pandora, so I was like, I'll make it happen. I don't know who's listening to that still, but I guess one person is.
Very nice, very nice.
And all our stuff's for free. If you want to download it, you can just have it all for free. I got books that if you message me on any social media or email, I'll just send my books to you for free. Yeah, we think Jesus is free, so we just give our stuff away for free. It's our favorite thing. And confusing and hard, but great.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely send you a little something for letting us use your stuff. I didn't have my card on me when I downloaded it, so I will do that at a later time.
No, this is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't pay us. This is so great.
It will happen, and it will.
We will retaliate by spending more money on you. We are determined to lose money on.
Well, we do have $90 T-shirts apparently.
Yeah,
That is-
$90.
That is the baseline,
$90. Invest your life savings.
and we have
But we
I-
have to make the shirt, right?
right. You can
Okay.
pay $90 to make a shirt with my picture on it and his picture on it, and
Oh, perfect.
Awesome.
Invest your life
it could
savings.
say the Dad Music Podcast, and it would be great.
And it'll say invest your life savings at the bottom, and the back will say not a pyramid scheme.
Invest your life savings.
But yeah, if you guys would like, you're gonna have the floor. Why don't you hit our walk-off homer? Final thoughts? Anybody? I like it in the movie where the bad guy looks at somebody and says, "You got any last words?" Here you go. This is last words, pistol to the head, waiting on the last second of the Dad Music Podcast. Anything you want to tell the rest of the 5 or 10 people that'll watch this?
Yeah. I'm tall.
That's a good sign off.
Yeah.
Support the Sharks. Support Sharks.
Support the Sharks.
Team
Yeah.
Sharks.
I appreciate that as a musician that has a project named after a shark and a single about sharks and
And a jar full of sharks.
a
Yeah.
jar full of shark tea. So,
No, they're sharks.
Where can we find your stuff?
On YouTube
right now it's
and Spotify.
good grief. It's YouTube, Spotify. I have one single out as well that I'm hoping to do some follow-up to as soon as we quit being dads and not having time and all of that stuff.
Should I
reveal
the name?
There are
Yes.
like 5 singles that are waiting for drum parts currently.
Name leak. Should I do a name leak?
No,
Yeah.
you should not.
The name is.
And the microphone cut out.
Oh no! Oh no! I guess I would just have to use this one.
All right, I do have a song called Rougarou that should be out in the next couple months.
I knew he'd do a name reveal.
Goodness,
He's got your number.
he does.
I know where you live.
And what's funny is going to be the rest of this night after this. But anyway, yeah, Spotify under the name Scarbird, SCARBOARD,
Scarbird.
like Starbird except Scar.
Starboard.
Named after one of the
Baby.
largest great white sharks in the world. So,
And they have scars on them.
Awesome.
Did you know that?
I didn't.
I bet you
actually.
didn't know that.
Grant,
They have scars on them.
I'm gonna unplug it.
You should
No!
you should do an AMV that's just sharks, like shark footage with your music over it. I would be so into that.
Yeah, the
Like a Discovery Channel
These-
kind of.
the Spotify like background canvas thing is something like that right now for that
Awesome.
song. And I had a lyric video that the drummer is working on as well that is not done because we're dads and don't have time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because of this.
Yeah.
All of this that is happening right now.
You
I
have
like
great
YouTube.
visions. I just don't.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
lazy.
Yeah, I gotta be more disciplined.
I scroll on my phone too much.
Yeah, I mean, same. We're a generation that's kind of addicted to such things, and I actually liked the part at the beginning of your somewhat quarterly that kind of plays off of that and says, you know, we're going to be kind of anti social media for a little bit, and this is going to be our form of that. And I really appreciated it.
I'm so glad. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the dream.
Yeah, for sure.
Trying to get off more and more every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More somewhat quarterlies.
More magazines.
Nice. All right, well, Chris and Amanda, it's been a pleasure having you guys on, as interesting as it's been. I look forward to hearing what's next from you guys and hopefully seeing you again this summer.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what all of our schedules are, and
The microphone fell.
if you didn't touch it, that wouldn't happen.
It's a metaphor.
Well, anyway, guys, I think we're getting ready to just cut. So we'll go ahead and sign out, at least of the podcast, right boop there. Thank you for joining us for the Dad Music Podcast, Episode 4.
Episode 4!
And once again, please check out Chris and Amanda Bernstorf and both of their projects. All of their social medias, get them likes and tweaks and pokes and follows and all this other stuff that dads don't understand about social media.
And also check out all of our stuff. We'll have merch eventually. But check out the Dad Music Podcast playlist on Spotify. It has all the artists that we have interviewed.
All of
like,
them.
All of their stuff.
All of it.
Their music.
All of
their
it.
Playlist. Every single thing.
All of it.
All of it.
And again, we want to say one more time for the viewers, please save the sharks.
I like Sharkies!
And click.
Click.